Make it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 16 carries, 56 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Eluding the pressure right, and now running right through it, and shedding the tackle, and now some room. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Underneath for Johnson. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now Taylor dumping it off for Johnson. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Taylor on target to Gordon for a Cleveland first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to it makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On second down, here's Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing to 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Taylor. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Malcolm Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The numbers on the ground for Foreman in last week's contest. 13 carries, 61 yards.
And how about that momentum run right there? Personally, what I do is I get right back to the line of scrimmage. I come right back at them before they get settled. He's locked in a little bit now. I'll guarantee he wants the ball again.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is the former Spartan from San Jose, Tyler Irvin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Richmond. Tiger. Black 22. Black 22. Come back.
Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Gets it to Gordon. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. fourth down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Menardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Taylor now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Tiger.
On second down, here's Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Richmond, Richmond! 53's the mic. 53, check 53.
On first and 10, Watson. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back!
From the red zone now, Watson. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
To throw on second is Watson. Dumps it off for Irwin. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Irvin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime, and now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're seeing is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about the other side, though? Will they be deflated, or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half?
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Come back, come back! Come back, come back! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Come back, come back! Two jet! Two jet!
Now a first down throw, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Watson on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The second down carry for Irvin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw, Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Tyler Irvin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Joe Schobert able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. You thought we'd see pressure. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I thought that they'd be very aggressive in that type of a situation, and that's what they call getting home, because home is where the quarterback is.
And where the heart is.
And that heart just got shattered in 1,000 pieces.
Ellington now to return it. Oh, nice move.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside's easy.
Back now in Houston, It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Reset.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So that one will be accepted. Again, it's Foreman. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Tiger. Black 99 Philly. Come back.
From the 50, it's Watson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now Foreman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll run it. This is Irvin. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. His counter.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Irvin with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And his kick is good. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Taylor over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now it's Taylor. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Throwing now is Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's Taylor. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
A carry for Foreman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Richmond.
They'll run with Foreman. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again they run. Again it's Irvin. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Here's Foreman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Watson now to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And To me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. That game's gone final now at Heinz Field, and it was the Chargers who were able to take home the victory in that one. Phillip Rivers, 2 touchdown passes in the W. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But
nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.